motion 29 in the name of Cork South Central. So we've Shane O'Mara to speak to motion 29.
Hello, Conference. Shane O'Mara is my name, and I'm the current chair of the Labour Party in Cork South Central. I want to recognise the research and work of our member Paul Farrelly on this motion. I also want to thank all members and representatives of the Labour Party who made conference possible, especially Kevin Humphreys, Billy Sparks and Lisa O'Connell. Thank you very much. Ireland has a family problem that you may not know about. In Ireland, the only legally recognised family is that created through marriage. Any other grouping of people who are mutually supportive or dependent, who may be living together, related or not, are simply not considered a family in Irish law. The list of those currently not recognised as families include cohabiting couples, those with or without children, siblings or other combinations of relatives, stepchildren who are not adopted before turning 18 and their step-parents, formerly fostered children who are now adults and may have strong ties to their foster families, friends who are unmarried and play a significant part in each other's lives. Significant numbers of people are affected by this. In the 2016 census, there was nearly 77,000 cohabiting couples without children, 75,000 couples with children. This is over 150,000 couples, over 300,000 people, not including their children and dependents, all of whom are in a legally precarious position, with few or no rights under the law and no recognition in the Constitution. If a tragic event or separation occurs, they face consequences families formed in marriage do not. There are various definitions, acknowledgements and understandings of what the family entails in our public services. However, these are completely at the discretion of the agencies involved. The law clearly discriminates between married and unmarried family units in a variety of ways. In crisis, there can be significant issues recognising decision makers with regard to care and medical matters. In death, not only can inheritance issues arise, the surviving partner of an unmarried family is not entitled to widowers' or widow's pension, regardless of the length of relationship or dependent children they might have to support. They can also face issues with capital acquisitions tax on mortgage insurance payouts. In our history, part of the basis of the injustice for unmarried mothers and children was the fact they were not recognised as families. Ireland is at variance with the European law in this matter, and our narrow definition of the family is very limited by international standards. The Labour Party in Cork South Central is advocating for the adoption of the UN definition as the basis for the recognition of family formation in Ireland. The UN definition is stated in the text of the motion. We also propose that in order to facilitate and regulate the declaration of a family unit, an instrument called a state-registered family should be adopted. Families falling within the UN definition would be given state recognition by way of a system of registration. Based on consent and the agreement of all parties, it would also ensure equality of treatment with married families, as well as catering for succession rights and the distribution of assets on dissolution. In order to legally recognise the modern family, a constitutional change by referendum will be required. Moving a constitutional change in the Dáil and advocating for a referendum is a significant task. It involves individuals, political and civil society groups campaigning and advocating for change in a concerted and organised campaign. However, the principle of this proposal and benefits it can provide to families and our society is worth the effort. We also know from our recent history that constitutional change is possible and required to both reflect and benefit our modern republic. Thank you.
Thanks, Shane.